Hey guys, welcome back to the Joe Silverback Show. As you can see, my beard is thick and full and my hair is long. I just come back from 11 days holiday. The first half of my time was in solitude by myself, hiking the rivers, spending a lot of time on my writing, spending a lot of time in reflection. And that's a separate video. This video is about family time. So the second half, I met my three sons, one of them with their wife and two little children, 1.5 and 5 months old, and one of my sons with his girlfriend, and one of my sons longing for his girlfriend who wasn't there, and I was by myself. Anyway, as is a kind of a obvious thing to those who have closeness with family, I have one of my oldest friends, Tom Ventimiglia. You see he and I doing video together. Tom is Italian Catholic, part of a big Italian Catholic family. And his father, who's probably 85 now, takes the 4 children. Tom's my age, 56. His brother's 55. Then his sister and other brother are both, maybe they're 50. And then their spouses and their children, let's say they average about 2 children apiece. So that's 8 children, 8 adults, plus the matriarch and patriarch. So 8 and 8, 16, 18 people they take annually on a little getaway. And it's usually for family time, no TV, no cell phones, golfing, playing board games, playing cards, doing hikes, etc. So our family did that this year, and the outcome was they want to do it every year. That they had so much genuine pleasure and closeness that they realized, wow, this is something missing from my life, and can I put a weekend aside for this? And so let me just highlight a couple things. We had an agreement that there was going to be no phones. Now, no phones meant that, at one time at the end of the night, you could go make a call to your loved one unless your loved one was near you. But other than that, nobody had access to their phones. So somebody, not me, collected all the phones. And that alone is powerful. And it's worth noting. I'm going to put this up just a little bit higher. That alone, having no phones, is something that I've been talking about a lot with you guys. But to experience it by yourself is one thing. I experience and experiment with that all the time, and have the vast part of my day without connectivity to others. Constant connectivity, and it's very, very healthy for my sanity. But to do that with your family, to do that with loved ones, where everyone's committing to the same thing, that's pretty special. And as I keep sharing with you guys, my middle son, who's 24, who's kind of spearheading his own self-study and disconnecting from his social media, well, he was amazed at not just at himself, about it, at his whole family. And it's one thing that he told me, over and over and over again for the last year was, wow, his brothers, he loves his brothers, but they most of the time they just call or send text or something, and it's very quick, light, superficial, and he said he couldn't remember the last time he had a really good conversation with one of his brothers. Well, on this trip, there was the four of us boys. The mother with the two little kids bailed out, I don't know, around 9 o'clock, but we stayed up till about 1 in the morning, and everybody was talking about how pleasurable it was just to have conversation. And it is. Conversation is one of the most powerful social connectors that we have. And it is something that is a deep loss that we feel. And when we regain it, it's just a magic. We watched one movie, John Wick, the original John Wick, on our last night, and it was just the boys. But other than that, we had 4 nights with no phones, no technology, no TV, etc. And we were never bored. No phones, no TV. Spending time outdoors, going on walks. We talk about that a lot on this show. I think that walking and moving the body, especially walking with loved ones, there's nothing better than that. There's something that automatically connects us to a natural rhythm. Well, and then when we're with loved ones, it's just that much more pleasurable. So, and half the time we didn't know where we were going. One day we ended up in this little cove area. It was so cool, washed up driftwood. Very, very special place. We want to go back there. Meal times, in the average hurried household, you are lucky if you get to eat a meal together. And in today's world, oftentimes it's wolfing down food before going out for the day, or going out for, going to work, or coming home from work before getting back into work. A really, really cool experience to have other family members around and everybody's participating in social activity around food. Very, very special. So that's a very short video, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. Nature, food, walking, talking. Nature, food, walking, talking. Nature, food, walking, talking. That's one of the mantras for 2019. Just think about those things. Just think about those things. When I came back today, I met one of my colleagues. We're helping each other work on stories together. I walked, she rode a bicycle. We met at a cafe. Nature, meals, walking, talking. That's the human community. That's primitive culture. That requires no money. Nothing. It's free, basically. Very, very beautiful time with my family. The most happy moment in a parent's life, I think, is to see his children connecting with each other and wanting to connect with each other and continue having get-togethers at least once a year. Okay, namaste.